extremely hard to believe that we are 4 months down in 2017, that we're one third of the way done with the year. It just seems like yesterday that we were just starting the year. For the month of May, I want to really focus on confidence, on building confidence. My power and a half hour call for May 1st, 2017 was on confidence. And I suggest that if you haven't heard it, to definitely go and check it out. You can listen to the replay. You can go on the website, www.powerhh.com, or you can go to iTunes and listen to it, or just find me on Facebook or Instagram, and you'll see the links to it. And I really believe that confidence is so important. When I look at the reasons why most people aren't as successful as they want to be, it's generally because they lack confidence. You can come up with a million reasons why someone isn't successful, but it all generally starts with confidence. Because let me tell you something: when you have the confidence, when you know that you're going to be successful, there's nothing that you won't do. You're not going to come up with excuses. So let's look at some of the reasons why most people don't succeed, why we would normally say most people don't succeed. We would say that they procrastinate. We would say that they come up with excuses. Maybe they don't have the money. Maybe they feel that they don't have the knowledge. You can come up with a million reasons, but all of that stuff boils down to they don't have the confidence. And we can even like go a little further and break that down. The only reason why people procrastinate is because deep down inside, they don't really feel that they'll be successful at doing whatever it is that they're trying to do. Because let me tell you something: when you have the confidence, you will allow nothing to stop you. I've used this example before, so I'm sure most of you guys have probably heard this. But if someone had $1 million down the street for you, and they said, all you got to do is just walk down the street and you can get the $1 million, you may or may not do it, depending on how much you believe that the $1 million was actually down there waiting on you. But if they came and showed you the $1 million, then they gave it to your buddy, and your buddy took it down the street, and your buddy was waiting on you down the street with the $1 million and called you and said, hey, I got the $1 million right now. All you have to do is come down the street to get it. You're going to do it. You're not going to procrastinate. How many of us are going to say, well, you know what? Maybe I'll get it tomorrow, or yeah, I don't really feel like leaving the house right now, so I'm not going to get it. You're going to get up and you're going to be down there. You're going to run faster than Usain Bolt to go get that money, right? So here's the thing: if you really know that the success was there for you, you would do everything that you could to get it. And the only reason why you don't take the action, the only reason why you procrastinate, is because deep down inside you have doubts or reservations, or you don't really believe that you can get the success that you need to get. So you lack confidence. A lot of times people say they don't have the money. Well, here's the thing: we've studied way too many people that have become super duper successful with no money, with very little money, right? Even the little bit of money that you may need to get started, that you think you can get, that if you're confident, you can convince somebody else that you're confident and that your idea is an idea that's worthy to be confident in. Somebody will give you the money. Somebody will give you the money that you need to get started. But a lot of times you really don't even need the money, because we've studied way too many people that have become successful without the money. So there again, you lack the confidence. Any other, people that come up with excuses, at the end of the day, it's just confidence. They just lack the confidence. When you don't have the confidence, you'll sit there and come up with all the excuses in the world. It's his fault, that person's fault, or this is the reason why. But at the end of the day, you just lack confidence. So for the month of May, I really want to focus on building confidence. If you don't get my daily messages with Be Better Daily, I suggest you subscribe to it, because every single day for the month of May, I'm going to be posting some sort of message that has to deal with confidence. All right. So to get those messages, all you got to do is text the letters BBD to 411247. And I'm not using this video to get you to go to my website or to get you to use the Be Better Daily system or whatever, because I don't make any money off of those things anyway. They're just services that I provide because I just truly love giving back, and I love to see people succeed. And, I really think that confidence is such an important thing that we definitely need to tackle, because I can tell you this: for those of you that had goals or set out things that you wanted to accomplish at the beginning of this year, and you haven't done it yet, it's only because deep down inside you lack the confidence. So if we can start at the basics, if we can start at the beginning and get you to build your confidence up, you will consistently take the steps that you need to take in order to do what you need to do, in order to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. So it all boils back down to confidence. So, with the Be Better Daily, I'm going to be sending out messages. It's going to inspire and motivate you, and I challenge you to really take heart those messages that you receive every single day on that service, to go back and listen to my call on confidence called Build Your Confidence, and really ask yourself those questions to determine where your confidence is at. Whether you have high confidence or low confidence. A lot of us feel that we have high confidence, but when you really sit down and analyze it, our actions point to the fact that we may have low self confidence or low self esteem. And if that's the case, there's nothing wrong with that, but we need to work on building that up, right? Because if we're not aware, we don't work on building it up, it'll never be up, and we'll never ever do the things that we need to do to get there. So I challenge you to do those things that I suggested, and just work on your confidence, and work on it. Just, take small steps. There's a lot of small things that you can do. Go back to things that you've done that you've been successful at. Consistently, constantly remind yourself of these successes, because that's going to help to build confidence. Work on changing one habit at a time. Don't look to change something, a huge thing. If you've been smoking for 50 years, don't look to change that. Maybe look to cut back on one cigarette a day, and then build from there. But I can promise you this, just take small steps towards building your confidence. But when you have your confidence, and please understand the difference between low self-esteem, confidence, and being delusional, because being delusional, and overconfidence is just as bad as having low self-esteem. We want to make sure that we know the difference. I talk about all of that in the weekly power and a half hour call. And I gave some really great examples, but make sure you understand the difference between those things. Because, like I said, we don't want to be delusional, just as we don't want to have low self esteem. But once we have the right level of confidence, once we have that belief that there's absolutely nothing we can't do once we put our mind to it, then we will be able to accomplish everything that we need to accomplish. And all the excuses and the procrastination, all that stuff will go away. So work on your confidence. If anything else, work on building your confidence. Even if it means putting down your goals aside for a little while, that's fine. Work on building your confidence, because let me tell you, when your confidence is sky high, there's absolutely, and I mean absolutely, nothing that you won't be able to do. All right? Thank you much.